assist a seminar on the topic Indian nationalist movement, Rajaram Mohan Roy. Rajaram Mohan Roy, the pioneer of Indian Renaissance. Rajaram Mohan Roy was born in 1772 in Bengal. He was a Greek scholar in the languages such as Persian, Arabic, Sanskrit, and English. His major contribution was to stop the sati practice and to convince the British to overcome this law. He also established the Hindu colleges to promote the English education, and he also founded the Brahmo Sabha, later known as the Brahmo Samaj, in 1828 to promote monasticism and to oppose the caste discrimination which was going on in the society. Rajaram Mohan Roy also started to spread awareness through newspaper. His struggle inspired later reformers like Swami Vivekananda and Mahatma Gandhi. He laid the foundation of rational thinking and human rights in India. Thank you.
Thank you. Namaskar today from grade 8, and today I am here for a ST seminar. And my topic name is the Indian Nationalist Movement, the contribution of Rajaram Mohan Roy. The Indian Nationalist Movement was a struggle against British rule. From spanning from 19th century to 1940. In 1947, the social reformers laid the groundwork for progressive, inclusive, and democratic India. And today we are going to know about one of those reformers named Rajaram Mohan Roy, the pioneer of Indian Renaissance. Rajaram Mohan Roy was born in 1772 in Bengal. He was an multilingual scholar with knowledge of Sanskrit, Persian, Arabic, and English. His major contribution was an abolition of sati pratha, and he played a key role in convincing Britishers to outlaw this law. He established Hindu colleges to promote English education.
Good morning everyone, myself Sandhya Siname from grade 8 and my seminar topic is Dandi March. Dandi March is also called as Salt March, Salt Satyagraha, starting in 1835 when British increasingly controlling the India, and British imposed one tax. Because of this tax, the price of salt increases, and because of this tax, many poor people cannot buy the salt, and the British were imposed tax, and if anyone sell, buy, produce the salt, it will be arrested for 6 months, and Gandhiji were against of this tax, and they fight for it. They were saying that salt is very important, like air, water. The salt is very necessary.
Good morning everyone. This is Aditya Vinay from grade 8B. So for today's SST seminar topic, my topic is the role of women in Indian freedom struggle. So I have taken out three main points related to my topic. The first point is the role of women in Indian freedom struggle. The struggle of India's freedom from British colonial rule was not that easy, and it was not only marked by bravery of men, but also it was marked by the incredible spirit of women who stood up shoulder to shoulder for our freedom. Throughout this torturing journey of freedom, these women displayed determination, resilience, and patriotism. They started contributing underground movements and organizing protests from diverse regions, religions, backgrounds, and fighting for themselves. These women get united and work under a particular banner named freedom.
Good morning everyone. Today my topic is integration, public facility in smart city development. Now we will see the public facilities. Geographical factors, favorite climate, topography, and some many more public facilities are there. First of all, that density, population, popular place, region, or cultural. Then the significant attraction to the people that they come together and live on a one particular place. Then now social and cultural. Now the factors. It area of a better house, education and the medical some facility should be there and
former Rajaram Mohunkar. Rajaram Mohunkar was born on 22 May 1772 in Bengal. He was a social reformer and he was fought against the British for establishing the India. He was a social evil and he was fought against the satis and practicing of burning widows. Second, he was supported the widows remarriage. And third, he was fought against child marriage and polygamy. Fourth, he was fought against caste discrimination. Fifth, he promoted equality for all people, and he also promoted dignity for all people, and also promoted justice and all equalities for all people schools in India. He also established the schools for all child.
It is necessary to protect our environment. Where we citizens have to take care of our environment. We citizens have to clean roads, rivers, lakes, and avoid throwing trash in it. The main reason of water and land pollution is that we throw plastic in it. Plastic needs 430 million years to decompose. It is so harmful that we can get affected of the many of diseases. We have to try to recycle the plastic by making it handicrafts or doing more things. One more thing, the cutting of trees leads more and more carbon dioxide release. This causes the temperature higher and leads more global warming. This is the main reason of air pollution. Now one more thing, suppose if we started cutting nearby forest, the animals living in it, the forest will lose their habitats and they move into nearby villages or cities and they could harm the people living in it. Thank you.
Respected teachers and all my dear friends. Today myself Shobh Kumar from grade 8. Today my topic is importance of education for social and economic development. Education provides a foundation for development. It is the key to increase the economic efficiency and social progress. It means that with the help of education, we can be able to consistently gain economic development and social consistency. No country can achieve economic success without investment in education. Education significantly impacts economic development as it promotes economic growth and providing individuals additional skills. With the help of education, individuals are able to recognize their skills and they can get great access to resources that develop positive change in communities. With the help of education, people can develop positive changes within the community. Education fosters a sense of community and social responsibility. With the help of education, many people can develop a thought of community and social responsibility, which make them responsible towards their society, encouraging individuals to work together toward common goals. Education also helps to build their teamwork and communication. It also helps in development of social skills such as communication, teamwork, and conflict resolution. I would like to conclude my speech with saying, education is the key to unlock
And the protective environment by being destroyed. The mother earth is taking us day by day. Humankind is not responsible for this destroyed.
Stress limits are not having clear water. But nowadays, in the world, so many countries are facing this problem. nowadays many people are struggling for drinking clean water, and farms cannot grow enough food with the help of rain or water. Rivers and lakes are dry up without rain or water. And hot climate often have a less water available. Pollution can make water unsafe to use. And wasting of water makes the problem worse. So, and nowadays, animals are also suffering from these problems. So we need to save water every day. And government need to manage the water wisely. And so, and for that water scarcity, everyone must need to work together to save water scarcity problem.
Good morning everyone. Myself Sanskar Patel from class 8. My topic name is Importance of Education in Social and Economic Development. Education is a fundamental factor in social and economic development. It helps people to participate in society, earn more and improve their lives. It also helps people, education helps country to become more competitive. It helps country to create new products and technologies which boost their economics.